For the listener's discretion, this podcast contains strong language and adult themes that may not be suitable for children. These are not the views of the radio station or its affiliates.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. Until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations.
All right, guys. Look, I took a chance. And I said, let me run downstairs and try and get my coffee that I left down there. Sister needs her inhaler about right now. But look, welcome. Let me get to clicking a few things up here. I am so excited to have you guys here with me today. Look, do we have a show? You know, I love every guest. They're all my first cousins by the end of the time, right? However, today we have Miss Rita Carter, honey. She's another empowered honoree. So that's always a plus. Love my empowered guest. But she's also a certified relationship and life coach. That's going to be a nice time. Look, the holidays are upon us, and I think everything like post-pandemic has just changed in that world. But we'll get into that. Thank you so much for being here again. I always love it. I appreciate it because I know you can be anywhere, honey, but you're right here with me, and that's what I love. So I want to tell you guys first, WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. Thank you for joining us. You guys, that's the new one right there, right? I told you we had some of the changes coming through. We had new things. We were upgrading. So one of them has happened. WUBI Ubiquity Radio. You know, that's our radio station. BMI and ASCAP licensed. Well, we finally done the Roku thing, honey. It's up and going. So all you need to do is on your Roku device, go ahead over there and type in WUBI. Very simple. Type that in and you'll see it there. Nobody's on there yet. I didn't go live on there tonight. However, the replay will be on there. But we are live on WUBI.live, where you can go on there and you can see us also. If you're not watching us on one of the other platforms, which hello to all of them. Hey, guys. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Well, we're not live on Instagram, but hey, Instagram, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeart, all of them. You know, I guess, look, I need Chris to be here with me for that one when I go and try and list all of the platforms, over 20 something of them. But thank you all. If you're watching live, hit that subscribe button right now for me. Do me a favor and do that, please. If you're watching the replay, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and do me that favor right there, please. I appreciate it. So in this amount of time before we bring our guest on, you know what it is. I need to give you a recap on everything that Moni and going down on the mic have been into. And it's a lot. It's a lot. Outside of me being sick last week, that's why I have my little warm beverage. You know, I'm not allowed to really be without a sippy cup, but here we are. So pardon my sips as we go on through the night, all right? Hang in there with your girl. So let's talk about what we're going to talk about first, the med legal prom that I went to for Christina, the attorney. I know you guys have had to have seen a lot of her stuff floating around in town, the commercials. She's on the what do you call it? The buses. I'm trying to look up at the screen at the same time here. She's on the buses. She's on the billboard. She's on all that stuff under Call Christina Now. You have an accident. She's an accident attorney, but she's also the head of one of the platforms for all the attorneys here, injury attorneys. So she's doing her thing. But I went to the med legal. Here we are. I went to the med legal prom. What are you thinking? These are all medical professionals. These are all attorneys. Boring. Yeah. Okay, guys. Look, the networking one was on point. That's your first thing. The networking, ridiculous. The partying, ridiculous. So if you can catch the invite and are able to buy a ticket, then the food, just let's not even go there. The entertainment, like, I don't know how Christina does it with everything else she does. Let me show you a little bit here. Look, as you can see, nobody was missing out on a doggone thing. And you know, when going down the mic comes, my job essentially is to get you on the floor, to get some good camera ops with you. I want to make sure you're having a good time. So you can't see me and I'm not coming up getting in your face a little bit saying, let's have a good time together. YOLO. Yes, I'm old. I can see my kids. They're like, Mom, why'd you say that? That's just my age, okay? Bear with me. But yeah, the med legal prom was phenomenal. Definitely one you should check out. Now, okay, you guys know about one of my colleagues that we're all talking about the show. We're competition. We all collaborating, honey. We're all going to try and make each other better out here. Desertwood Days talk show with Kathy Blaze Jefferson. I was on there again just recently. I think that's playing this week, maybe playing tonight, or was last Wednesday. Pardon me. My timing is a little off because of that week of being sick. However, always a good time with Kathy. She has a phenomenal talk show here in the studio there, and she made it like home. I can't tell you everything. Hey, Carol, but let me just let you know, they have some surprises coming out also, which are phenomenal. Always a good time with Kathy. You know, her nonprofit organization, Raising Brit, that is one that we support here at Going Down the Mic. 5% of all the proceeds for our sponsors, all things that we do out here. And in the year, I donated over there to Raising Brit, in addition to a lot of other stuff I get out here and do. And I say I, because I'm the one that walks out there, but going down the mic, how about that? So that was another great one. Desertwood Days talk show appeared on there. Definitely talked about all you guys. So make sure you check it out. Let's see, our Billionaire Goddess Club. Darling, have you all seen my post with this one? Look at my Billionaire Goddess bag. And this is from the amazing, look at the bottom there. Look at that. This is from the Lethal Optician that does my hair. You know, she has the bag line, she has the glasses, they even have the over the shoulder strap for it. And let me show you a little bit of the inside. Going down, or WUBI Ubiquity Radio listeners, or if you're out there just listening to the show, I'm sorry. you're going to have to go and catch the replay or sign in someplace so you can see these phenomenal pictures of this bag, honey. Look in there. I just want to show you how deep. Look at that. How deep that is. So you can put your laptop, iPad. I've even put my cup in there. Y'all know I'm clumsy now. I put my cup in there, and it sits very nicely there on the side. There's no holder for it. That's just what Moni does, because I'm carrying a lot of stuff all the time. But you guys go over to Billionaire Goddess. Go over there to Billionaire Goddess and make sure to check them out. I'm going to put my eyes up here so I can make sure I put some things on the screen for you quickly here. Put her thing up there, Billionaire Goddess Club. So always supporting the women. All of those things, absolutely great. Great, 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 great. Mention that you saw it and you heard about it on Going On the Mic show with Moni. And then if you're looking to be on the show, come on now. Come on now. We're always looking for great guests. Go ahead over there to our YouTube page, our Twitter page, our Facebook page, and click that booking link and go ahead and book yourself or tell someone else about it to make sure they book, come on the show. So we're always looking for good times like that. It is almost time. It happens so fast. I got a little sweat going on to get our guest on here. Again, it's Rita Carter. She is a certified relationship and life coach. Okay. And of course, I did a little chatting with her before the show. And I asked you guys, I put up some posts for you guys to put some questions to her. And I got a few questions. I have a few. I had discussed them with her beforehand. Okay. Because we like to keep it positive. We like to keep it on the growth. But we also like to keep it real. So when she comes on, we'll be looking at those questions and kind of going some different directions with the conversation, because, you know, I'm going to come at it for the people. I want to know what you guys want to know, right? We're going to take a different angle to it. So it is almost that time. I am so grateful to make sure that we have fantastic people to bring on the show. I want to switch right quick and switch this logo up here, because, you know, one of our platinum sponsors is Niche Auto Production. So they're supplying all of your car and audio and film production needs. Think of Niche Audio Productions first when you think audio and film production. All right. You can locate them at 3111 North 31st Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona, 85017. You can also contact them via phone. I always suggest contact via phone because phone numbers change, times change, all those good things. So make sure that you do check them out. That phone number is 602-393-2521. Guys, look, that's a lot of information, right? Moni did it for you. Go back and hit that replay and check it out, and make sure you go check them out. When I say car audio with Niche, they supply a lot of the major chains with all of their supplies. You can get everything from a wire for audio in your vehicle, in your home, and all those different types of things, of course, with film, all the way to the big boom boxes, okay? That's what I call them, but they're speaker boxes. That's what I should say. Let me have some car enthusiasts, including my husband, come checking me later about that. So look, head over there to Niche Auto Production and make sure you tell them you saw their ad on the Going Down on the Mic show. So all good things. Rita, are you ready to come in and talk to us? I saw her head do a little thing. She is ready to get in here with us. Let me bring in that music so we can bring her in properly. All right, Rita. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm excellent. Pushing all these buttons back here for you. That time went like that. It went like that.
Time waits on no one.
Not at all. And I try not to be running after it and try to, slide with it. But sometimes it is what it is. Got to put on my track shoes. So thank you for being on Going Down the Mic in WUBI Ubiquity Radio and TV. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
So please tell the people a little bit about yourself while I put up some of your information on the screen.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for having me today. I am, as I heard you mention, a certified relationship and life coach. I When you think about relationships, most people think of a relationship with a significant other. So majority of my clients have been couples or a woman who is seeking a relationship, maybe married, maybe just now getting out of a relationship or a what they will call an entanglement or a
Okay.
situationship. Um, but relationship is very broad. So I have had a few clients that focused on family or friendships or colleagues, manager and direct reports. So I also work in the corporate sector as well.
Nice.
And so when you think about relationships, it covers a broad spectrum. But majority of the time, I do spend a lot of time talking about relationships and having a healthy relationship. And so, in addition to me being a coach, I am also a speaker and an author.
Excellent. Now, tell them a little bit about your book, please.
Absolutely. You may see it in the back. So, this is an anthology book that me and seven other wonderful, amazing women got together across the United States. And we wrote a book together on life, love, and leadership. So, you will get some true nuggets out of this book from the eight of us. And it got some questions at the end of each chapter that will help you be able to think things through a little bit, help you ponder and really meditate on those questions. And so you can really get on the other side of that mountain that you're facing. And so I encourage you to reach out to me if you're interested in purchasing Deeper Women. Also, I am coming out soon with another book shortly. So within the next
Nice.
60 days or so.
Okay. Well, look, I always am very impressed with authors. Okay, even when it's a collab, because I tried to write my little books and everything. I'll say little for me, little books and whatnot. Yeah, it's still in the other room. So I have a lot of respect for being able to do that
Hmm.
and do life and work also because it's not easy. It isn't just
Absolutely.
throwing words on the paper. I like the fact when you mentioned, which I've never heard it described this way. It doesn't mean it isn't going on someplace, but when you spoke of being a relationship coach, the
Hmm.
fact of we immediately go to intimate relation type
Absolutely.
relationships when
Hmm.
relationship is such a broad field there, you know,
Absolutely.
and the fact that you are dealing with when you said entanglement, because some of the questions, and actually I'll bring one of those questions up right
Hmm.
now. Let me go down to it here. So I'll preface with this for the people. I'll never say who it is. I won't even say if it's male or female because I kind of like it that way, just to
Okay.
keep it at a good baseline.
Hmm.
I went to a restaurant, a fast food restaurant, went to drive through, and the person was asking about the show. And I said who was going to be on. I'm like, well, you have any questions you want me to ask her? And the person, let's see, where is it here? The person asked, wait, did I put that one in here? Oh, yeah. There's so many questions here. One, oh, here it is, right here. Here it is, right here. And the question is how to make a relationship between three fully aware people work. So this person is married.
Hmm.
This person says they are faithful. And this is just something that if it could really happen,
Hmm.
they would like for it to happen. And so when you said entanglement, then that, for me at least, makes me think that you've dealt with various types of relationships
Hmm.
again, whether the people are all knowing and consenting, or some maybe are or are not. So if you this is your client, they're wanting to know, well, how do you make, you know, that work, that type of relationship?
So, in most cases, if I was to receive this type of question, very interesting question. Um, I don't judge. So, if this is your cup of tea,
Right.
this is your cup of tea. But my response would be similar to um, a couple that are in a monogamous relationship, right? But I would ask the question, if you are in a committed relationship and you're having thoughts of having a third person enter this sacred space, there's something deeper going on.
Mhm.
There's something missing. There's some area that's going on the inside that I think that person needs to discuss with their significant other first before they even get to this question, right? Because this
Okay.
may blindside their significant other because they may think one thing. If they're in a committed relationship, this person is not thinking of bringing somebody in. If that's what they
Right.
both decide to do, that's their business. However,
Absolutely.
I always try to put myself in my client's shoes. I want them
Mhm.
to understand. I want them to truly know that I'm trying to feel where they're coming from, right? And I provide that safe space for them to be open. But if my husband of 17 years came to me and said, "Hey, I love you, I'm faithful, but have you ever thought about bringing somebody else in?" My first thought will be, "What's wrong with me?" Right?
Mm.
So, what is it that you're missing that you feel like you need to bring somebody in? Because I got a couple of wigs in the background, and if you need,
Hello.
I can be who you need me to be. So I need to
Whatever
find out
name you like, all of those things. Yeah.
exactly. So if I need to find out what you feel you're missing, what am I not providing as your wife? And that we need to get to the bottom of before we go there, right? And then also, out of respect, you should know if your significant other would even entertain this idea.
And like I said, because I feel all those same things, and I am totally non-judgmental. I feel like as long as everyone is consenting, you do
Hmm.
what you want to do. It's your business.
Absolutely.
Um, and you carry on with your chest held out and your badge or whatever it may be. Um, However, those were kind of the questions, I was asking too,
Hmm.
because, people love to be on the sneaky link.
Hmm.
However, is this just, I want to know, is this just a fantasy? Was this just something
Hmm.
off the top of the dome because you couldn't figure anything else out? Is this
Hmm.
real in your life? And then
Hmm.
when I said, about marriage, nope, I'm 100% faithful,
Hmm.
and this, that, and the other. So now, kind of just like what you said, you would think if your husband brought that to you, and I'm sure vice
Hmm.
versa for a man, because they have
Hmm.
their own insecurities also.
Hmm.
Once you hear this, does the fact that this other person is even thinking like that already crack a window in the relationship?
Absolutely. You've opened up a can. Now it could be a can of flowers and y'all go ahead with this, or it could be a can of worms and now you got to do a deeper dive. So to your
Mm,
point, let's just say this person brings it up and says, "Hey, have you thought about this? I'm committed to you now, but I'm open if you're open." However they phrase it, whatever they decide to do. If that person, that significant other says, "Let's try it." Maybe when they started, maybe there was an entanglement and then they got together and they became committed. And maybe they
mhm.
just want to spice something up. That's their business. But what I do think that before they get into this, they need to create some clear boundaries
Man,
on
I
what
knew
this
that
is
was the
going to
word
look
you were getting
like.
ready to say. I knew it. Yes,
What is this going to
boundaries.
look like? Right? Because I love you
Mm,
and I don't plan on leaving you. You are always number one. So what does this look like? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Do you pick? Do I pick? Can we be together outside of you? Or there are a
right.
lot of
So
questions
many
before
questions.
you just
Yes.
jump out there, right? But again, there are some people that feel like three people, three or more people can be in a healthy relationship, and if so, again, we're not in the household to really say if it's healthy or not. But I do think that understanding my role in this, my role and my responsibility in this, I need to be clear before I get into a situation like this.
I love that. I
Hmm.
love that because you're going to the nucleus and
Hmm.
start there because that's where
Hmm.
your foundation should be
Absolutely.
already,
Hmm.
and hopefully should be strong enough to withstand whatever direction the storm may go.
Hmm.
And storms are not always bad. People love walking out and getting in the storm sometimes, and
Hmm.
rain and snow and things help cycles and seasons change. So Yes, I love that. Now, this leads to another one of my questions, because what you're saying definitely means that, hey, you need to be able to communicate to one
Mhm.
another. Um, how do you help someone realize that they are not a good communicator? Because most people think that we're doing a great job at it. And if there's any problems, it's you.
Mhm. Mhm.
So how do you help a person that you can see the traits that this person doesn't listen or retain or whatever it may be? How
Mhm.
do you get that person to see what it is? Because one of the sayings I always say is, eyes to see out, not in. So it's a lot easier for me to see your issues than my own. So how would you help? How do you help your clients with that? Because communication is definitely so important.
Mhm. So one thing that I start out with is tone. Something basic, right? Before we get into the deep, tone. Be careful of how you have that conversation, because sometimes it's going to be difficult to hear. But if you come in abrasive and pointing the finger and some choice words, it may not be received. So come
Mhm.
in thinking about how will this person receive what I need to say. So it's not so much of what I need to say, will they receive it? You can talk all day, but if they don't
Yes,
receive it, you're just talking to a wall at this point. So really
true.
step back and think about what you need to say, how you need to say it, and the environment that you need to say it in. So
Mm,
if my husband was to come home from a long day of work and he done drove almost 2 hours in traffic, it may not be a good time to talk about, I don't know, something difficult, something, an unexpected large bill that came in, or
mhm,
something, whatever it is that may kind of rattle him a little bit, right? And so you have to pick, not only think about your tone, pick the timing of your conversation. And then when you always talk about communication, you have to think about the receiver, because what I say to you may be received differently than what I say from someone else. So I have to know you enough to create that safe space for you to receive. So if I come to you hollering, I mean, other people are around, you just had a rough day, it's not going to end well. So those are some of the things that off the top that I would
mhm.
initially address with my client before digging in deep. When I say digging in deep, it's really understand that person's history with communication. Some people don't know how to effectively communicate. Maybe some people were raised in a household where they yelled and
Right.
in an abusive relationship, and that's how they got through to each other. But that's not effective, as we all know. So
Or walking
sometimes,
away. Walking away, period.
absolutely. And
Yeah,
walking away is not the solution either. However, if you feel like you are getting real hot where you may be physical or you may say something you don't have no business saying, walk away. Give yourself a
right.
breather, go out on the porch, go in the backyard, do what you need to do to cool down, because you don't want to say something that you can regret, because those words will hurt worse than you actually physically hitting them at times, right?
And
So
they
you don't.
linger.
Absolutely. And my husband will tell me, you remember that your memory is like, I remember things from years ago. Like, remember this time? Because things stick,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Things stick with you. And so you just have to think about those surface things. And then also, one thing that I tried that I've shared with some clients is writing. Sometimes if you journal to yourself and you think things out, you get these aha moments. And then sometimes
Mhm.
you may write a letter to your significant other, and they may read and receive differently than hearing,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah,
it's just all about who you're speaking to and your message.
very true. And again, let's view, we're not talking intimate relationships. We're talking with your coworker,
Hmm.
your boss, your employees, you as a customer, another customer in a store. You're
Hmm.
at the checkout line and you
Hmm.
need to, hey, quit bumping me, but you might not
Hmm.
want to say it like that, or
Hmm.
you may not, but learning how to listen, as they say, read the room.
Hmm.
Sometimes, there have been incidents, because my husband is pretty quick to
Mhm.
from 0 to 100.
Mhm.
And I can remember in our early days of dating, and we were in a store, and a gentleman, got in his face, and it happened so quickly that he wasn't able to see that this was someone who was autistic, and they weren't trying
Mhm.
to be aggressive. So
Mhm.
that totally changes the whole context of what just happened, you
Mhm.
know. But
Mhm.
being able to take a moment to yourself,
Yep.
to gather yourself, and
Mhm.
then see what the actual situation, because even though this person is literally in your space, invading it, yes,
Mhm.
but the way they function, the way they deal with personal space is different than the way we would deal with it. So again,
Mhm.
looking at the other person and
Absolutely.
how they do that. So interesting when you talk about with write a letter or a note or a
Mhm.
text or whatever it could be, you know, in today's world of communication. My
Mhm.
husband is also a DJ, a professional DJ. And
Mhm.
it took me a lot of years during us dating um, to recognize that when I would get in the car and he would have certain music playing and that he's actually talking to me, you know, he's put this compilation of songs, or he's putting this from back then, what is it, iPod, whatever it was.
Mhm.
He's playing these to say the things that he doesn't know how to verbalize to me
Mhm.
because he knows songs so well. You
Mhm.
know, this song means this. And I can remember thinking that because after us with counseling and working on communication, thinking back, Rita, oh my gosh, I was like, I can remember the days of turn on this, turn that off, or you know, those type of
Mhm.
things. And when I went back and I told him how I recognized now that that's what he was doing, and apologized, because I'm
Mhm.
like, well, that had to hurt, you know, or make him
Yeah.
feel some type of way when
Mhm.
that wasn't my intention at all. I didn't even know you were talking to me, dear. Just thought you was playing some music, you
Mhm.
know. So being able, I think, to do that with whomever you're in this relationship with, again, if it's work or whatever, being able to humble yourself and apologize, a lot of time will release a lot of chains. I don't
Mhm.
know. What do you think, Rita?
So I do think that, again, I talked about it before, safe space, right? A
Mhm.
lot of times people don't effectively communicate, or they wear a mask because they don't feel safe. Maybe they had difficult conversations in the past and it didn't go too well. Maybe they had difficult conversations with someone they loved at one point in time who received it differently and hurt them in some kind of way. Maybe it was maybe sometimes I've heard in the past where people are safe. They open up, they're vulnerable, and then the person that received it use that information and flip it and turn it back on them, right? So of course
Uh,
that shuts them down, right? Because no, now you don't use my words against me and I was being vulnerable with you. So
right.
creating the safe space and being vulnerable to say, I don't know how to get this off my chest, but I feel this, right? And listening. And sometimes when people communicate, it's not necessarily for you to give a response,
Mm.
right? It's
Well,
it.
I agree. But in
Mhm.
today's quick keyboard gangster lifestyle, everyone really thinks it's for them. It's my job. It's my
Yeah.
job to say you missed an A. You know, it's my job to say you spelled that wrong when we're
Mhm.
talking about, I don't know, abortion topics or something. Like,
Yeah.
really? You know,
Today, unfortunately, people are very critical, very, very critical. And it's unfortunate because if we take that time that we use to criticize the next person and reflect on who we are and who we need
Mhm.
to be, then I think we'll all be better in a better place.
Yeah. On so many levels,
Mhm.
because a lot of times the things that we are so against or have disdain for in other people are really the characteristics in ourselves that
Mhm.
we really can't see that we
Mhm.
exhibit that we don't like for one
Mhm.
reason or another. So,
Mhm.
and that's, you know, therapy 101 that I've
Mhm.
been through.
Mhm.
So I'm saying
Mhm.
we, because I'm talking about me too. I'm human. And I know I come from a very dysfunctional background with communication and
Mhm.
manipulation and all those other types of things. So, and when you spoke of someone taking what you said to them
Mhm.
in trust and then using it against you.
Mhm.
Now, I want to bring up something because I had a whole thing that I always am looking for stuff on narcissists.
Mhm.
I'm obsessed.
Mhm.
So, is it possible for a person to display all the characteristics of a narcissist without actually being one?
No. I
That was fast and quick. Okay.
Here's the thing. I do believe that there can be situations where we all display traits of being a narcissist. But when you
Okay.
say all of the characteristics, and if this is just every single scenario, if this is work, if this is home, if this is out and
Mm-hmm.
about with friends or family, then there's a high chance that this person is I would say, a recovering narcissist, or someone that's trying to pull back and change. And those are hard characteristics to change and remove yourself from. Um, Again, I do think that it depends on the environment,
Mm-hmm.
um, that really determine how someone kind of boasts themselves up and think less of the other person, and it's all about them and they're never wrong and they know what's best. I think it depends on the environment. However, I think if the list is long in regards to their characteristics, there's really a
Mm-hmm.
high chance that that person is a narcissist. And again, they can change their ways. Is it overnight?
Really?
Absolutely not. They absolutely can. It's not easy. A
Okay.
narcissist, first off, they need to be aware that that's who they are. That's who they have been acting as a narcissist. That's what they've been displaying. They need to be willing to be somebody different. So first off, awareness, self-awareness, then willingness to say, you know what? I didn't realize I was that way. And sometimes some narcissists don't even realize that they're being perceived that way. Some
Okay.
some actually know and they don't care.
Let's be clear, right? Let's
Let's
be
be
very
clear.
clear.
Yeah. But some of them can display a trait and not even realize that it was received in a certain way. If they're really trying to be different, especially if they're hurting someone that they truly love and they truly don't want to do that, they're going to want to try to be different. And
Mm,
this is going to be a journey, right? It's not overnight, and it's going to be something that they'll have to be continuously aware of. And that significant other, that friend, that parent, that sibling, they're going to have to say, "Hey, this right here, what you said or what you did, that's a narcissist." Like, they need to be able to identify those
right
traits
on it.
in order to work on them.
Is there a general answer? Because I'm sure you can go very deep as far as where the narcissist comes from, like what type of, if it's abandonment, if it's, I don't, if it's a chemical imbalance, what types of things pour into one becoming a narcissist, a true narcissist?
Mhm. I think there's not one set place where, the ingredients come into play to build a narcissist. I can tell you some of the things that I've experienced was abandonment. When people are abandoned as a child and they really don't understand why they were abandoned, like, who am I? Like, I wanted you to love me. You didn't love
Mm,
me. I loved you, but you didn't love me, right? So then you have that self-worth that's coming into play, or the lack thereof, if that makes sense, right? Because when someone is
right,
abandoned,
absolutely.
especially a child, then as they get older and become an adult, then they start to question their self-worth because they were abandoned and they're like, what did I do or what I didn't do, right? And then they start to mask those feelings and insecurities to say, I can do this and I don't need you and I this, I that. And then slowly
Okay.
but surely
A
they can
turn
develop
happened.
those narcissist traits.
Wow. And all of it essentially is to protect themselves, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's a shield, it's a mask, and
Hmm.
we wear masks, like, all the time, and we don't even realize it,
Ain't that the
right?
truth?
So and I'm just being candid, right? I mean, like, I am a certified relationship life coach, and I have clients, but by day, I'm still in corporate America. So, I wear this mask in corporate America, I wear this mask outside of corporate America, and
Right.
I'm still Rita, but I have to adjust, right, based on my
Hmm.
environment. And so it's just important that as you are self-aware, you understand your environment, then you can adjust, but that mask needs to come off at some point when you're speaking of a negative sense. right? So when you're speaking of, for example, a mask of, I went through a season within my marriage where it was horrible. I mean, divorce was on the table, right? I've been with
Yeah.
my
Oh,
husband 20 years, married 17. We went through some stuff, right? So I put on this mask because I'm in corporate America and I'm climbing that corporate ladder, so they can't see that side of me, right? And then
exactly.
I come home and I'm good. I'm good. I don't need you. I'm good. But on the inside, it was like flames, like I'm boiling because I'm wearing this mask. Like, Rita, I can do this. I don't need you. I got this. And that is the pressure that we experience in today's society, is that I got this. I don't have time to cry. I don't have time to be vulnerable because
Mm.
I gotta take care of my kids. I got bills to pay. I got this. I don't need no man. I don't need no woman. I could do this. And it's that added pressure which reduces the vulnerability. It reduces and eliminates the safe space for you to get out of that space and be able to heal and grow from whatever it is that you're masking.
Rita, I'm gonna have to send you my credit card. Hold on now. Hold on now. You're preaching and teaching for sure to me, honey. And that, I mean, because I don't know if you've watched the show before, my listeners and viewers know I'm pretty transparent.
Mhm.
Because as one of my mentors says, my transparency is gonna be somebody else's breakthrough. And
Absolutely.
and even I like to talk about it when I'm in it, and I like to let people know how human I am,
Mhm.
because when you're in these settings like this and people just think because you have
Mhm.
on a certain mask when you have to go do certain things that,
Mhm.
oh, everything is great all the
Yeah.
time, she don't know nothing about no problem, she don't know nothing about this, her husband got that radio station, they work together, they this baby, I get
Mhm.
in the meetings, I tell them I get fired more
Yep.
than anybody could think of. The arguments that happen that, I'm like, don't bring it into the workplace.
Mhm.
All of these different things, when you say, oh, I want to work with my partner. Do you? There are boundaries, and I'm
Mhm.
one about the ground rules. Let's talk about this ahead of time before
Mhm.
we get in the midst and we all under stress. I can't think
Mhm.
right. And my
Mhm.
first inclination is to do what I've always done, which ain't gonna end right. So yeah, I'm all about the let's have some rules. Now I'll throw this out there. People have heard before. My husband and I met online.
Okay.
Plenty of fish.
Mm.
13 years ago,
Okay.
and we've been officially together for 10 years.
Mhm.
We were very casual. I did not want to be in a monogamous relationship, but I didn't want to lie about it. So I had a team. He had people, and it was all very mature, no problem, any of that.
Mhm.
And I can remember when I told him, I said, I'll let you know if I catch feelings. I'll let you know, because I
Mhm.
still was this hard ass and this independent or whatever.
Yep.
I'll let huh? I doubt it, whatever it is. And if you ain't with it, I'll move on.
Mhm.
And I in his house, he'd have me stay, stay, stay. I stayed for 6 days. And the seventh day, this other woman would be there. And
Mm.
she would always leave the wrapper from her panty liner in there.
Oh,
We like
goodness.
to piss on stuff, right? Let you
Oh,
know I'm
goodness.
here. You're
Mhm.
right. And I
Mhm.
never cared. I come back Monday, I never cared
Mhm.
until one day. Until
Mhm.
one day, Rita. I came in, he had a 1 bedroom condo, and I went into the bathroom and I saw that purple piece of paper in there, whatever. And I came out with the trash can, and I was like, he was sitting on the bed, and I said, you better leave, throw this shit away. And I was like, before I get here, and he turned around and I was like, oh, I think I caught feelings.
Mhm.
I think that is more to me than just coming over here and this, that, and the other. But then having that plan, like I try to be a woman of my word, and I say, hey, if
Mhm.
you're not with it, I'll go ahead and carry on, and you do the thing, keep bouncing
Mhm.
it around or whatever. But as far as you and me, I can't go any further. Like
Mm.
you got to be mine or nothing.
Yep.
Yeah. And so we plan that, hey, there are going to be people who circle back around. If this person can take a no, I'm with
Mhm.
somebody, be respectful, and if, hey, you need to just cut them off. So
Mhm.
those type of plans with communication, when you said that, remind me of that. So that was, I guess I felt vindicated a little bit. That, okay, With all that said,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, okay. She says I'm doing some stuff right because what is difficult out here, which I'm sure you know because of what you do,
Mhm.
to be an adult, to be an adult in my 50s and still learning, communication skills, learning how
Yeah.
to deal with other humans in
Mhm.
different situations,
Mhm.
without having to lie on the couch 24/7.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, which I don't have any problems with it, but they just won't let me. They
Yeah.
won't let me
I
stay there for
as long as
24/7.
we wake up every day, we're gonna be learning something. So there would never be a time when we're breathing where we have arrived, right? We're always going to be learning something, and you just have to be willing to embrace it and learn from it and receive it. And we can learn from younger generations, right? Because
Yeah,
times have changed, and it's like I didn't know that. I didn't. So to be quite candid with you, I didn't start social media until this year. And I'm still learning, right? Because I was so against social media, but in order to expand my business and my brand, I had to do this, right? And I had to
absolutely.
learn from people. And you have these younger generations and some older generations, they better than me. They like go here, go there. But the key is being willing to learn. You have to be willing to say, you know what? I don't know that. And a lot of times, most people just feel like they know it all. They don't need nobody. I got this. I got that. And you really shut down your blessings that way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I definitely agree with that.
Hmm.
Say if your hand is like this, you can't get nothing in, as well as you're not letting anything go. It's a two-way
Exactly.
street. I
Exactly.
absolutely agree.
And what worked 10 years ago don't doesn't work today.
Can you call my mom and tell her? No, like, "Mom, we don't even do that anymore. What are you talking about? What are you
Hmm.
talking about?
Hmm. Hmm.
Thank you, but I don't even think they do that anymore." So absolutely. There was a group when my boys were younger that was with the church that we were going to, and it was called 1010. And I was going and didn't even know what the heck it was for, but I was like, okay, let me check this out. And what it was, excuse me, is that you should have 10 friends. This was for females, but 10 that are 10 years older than you and 10 years
Hmm.
younger than you. Then your
Hmm.
circle, or exactly what you said, because things are changing. And the
Hmm.
young folks are going to be on it a little bit better than us.
Hmm.
And then you want your elders, who can still give you some foundation and knock you some sense to you and then rock you to sleep or whatever. But
Hmm.
you want both sides, I think, and
I
what you were
agree.
saying. When we tend not to want to talk and listen to young folks, they do know some things.
Hmm.
They do know some things.
Hmm.
I want to show the people your Instagram page just so they know how to get to it. You guys, that link is rolling down at the bottom, and I will make sure and put it over in the comment section too, so you all get to click on it. But let's take a look right quick in your Instagram page. So when you go over, click to follow Rita and everything under Breakthrough with Rita on all her social media pages, spelled the regular way. But you can take a look through here. One, beautiful colors. I love the color scheme. I don't know if someone else did this for you. These are just your colors for your logo and your business,
Hmm.
but I love the colors. Is there anything on your page that, like, every Thursday you do this, every Monday you do that?
I do have a theme. So this year I've been focusing on, there's a theme every day. So if you can see, like on Mondays, it's Mindful Mondays. Tuesday is Transformation Tuesday, and it relates to relationships. So Mindful Mondays could be something to the fact of, hey, at the end of the day today, put your phone away for an hour and spend some time with your significant other, right? No TV, no phone, no electronics, and just have a good old conversation, right? If you can't
Mm,
do an hour, start out with 30 minutes and just work yourself and be mindful. I think a lot of times today, we're not present. We're here, but we're not present. And so it's
true.
important to make sure that I provide tips and different ideas to really embrace your significant other. So Wednesday is Winning Wednesday, Thursday is Thankful Thursday, Friday is Fearless Friday. A lot of people don't
Okay.
talk about it, but there's a lot of fear in relationships, and that's why they don't grow.
Mhm.
That's why they don't last. So if we address those fears that we have, and that brings in that vulnerability, then we can address some of those things. Self-care. Self-care Saturday. It's important. You have to take care of you. If you don't
That's
take care of
true.
you, how are you going to have a healthy relationship? And nowadays, you see people in relationships, but they're not healthy. And the reason why that they're not healthy is because they're not healthy individually. And I'm not talking about your body, because you could be in the gym and eating good, but how's your mind? How's your spirit? How's your heart? So you have to be healthy. Sunday is Soulful Sunday. So just thinking about connecting, meditation, prayer, if you go to church with your significant other, just connecting on that more intimate level. So I do have a theme every single day of the week.
I love that. Absolutely love it. You guys make sure again that you go over there and follow Breaking Through with Rita on her Instagram. And I'm going to switch over right quick here to your website. Those colors ring through, just beautiful. I love it. Love it. Very calming. Very calming.
Thank you.
So your website, very user friendly. Very user friendly. Um, Always with the links here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Parent-child issues, friendship issues,
Hmm.
family issues. Again, all those different types of relationships,
Hmm.
all different types. So, and you also offer, let me switch back over here right quick. You also offer, it is, change that there, free discovery calls with Rita Carter.
I
Can you
do.
tell the people a little about that?
Sure. So if you click on one of those Let's Talk buttons here, it will take you to my calendar, which is used by Calendly. And you can schedule a 30-minute call with me, just so I can really understand what you need. I think a lot of people, they think of coaches as therapists, and I need to be very clear. A therapist help you deal with your past. A coach help you move forward to your future.
Wow. I've done a
Okay.
lot of shows. I've talked to a lot of people, and I've never heard it broken down like that. Therapist deals with your past, your coach deals with your future. I
Mm-hmm.
got chills and I love it. Okay.
A lot of people are healed, but they like, "Where do I go from here?" So
Yeah.
that's where I help them get to their destination. And so I set up these 30-minute calls just to really get to know the person, because to be quite honest, people say they want the guidance and the support, but they're not ready. So sometimes you
Mhm.
have to make those difficult conversations, and I try to fill them out and fill the relationships out within that 30 minutes. And sometimes it goes a little bit over, to be quite honest, but that's okay. I'm building relationships here. I'm building safe spaces. So
Right.
I do offer that free service just to kind of build that. And then if they are selected and they would like to continue, they can join my 90-day journey.
I love it. Absolutely love that. So, guys, look, you have options. You have options here. Okay. And that's on her website, which
Hmm.
is Breaking Through. Breaking Through Ready is the
Breakthrough ready.
Breakthrough Ready. Okay, get the
Breakthrough ready.
magnifying part, breakthroughready.com. Okay. Rita knows I've been talking to her through text without my glasses. I lost my glasses and a few things. Man, you change one word, you change the whole meaning of something for sure. For sure. So, and can they get your book from the website also?
They can get that book as well. I do have another book coming out, so that will be posted and it'll be communicated on social media shortly within the next 30 days. They can also subscribe. They can also send me a message or an email, clientcare@breakthroughready.com, if they would like to send me an email. Maybe they have a few questions before they schedule that breakthrough call. But I'm more than happy. I am accessible, to really be able to connect. I am all about helping people get where they're trying to go. I was there before, right? I knew that there was something greater for me. I knew that I was called to do something, but not sure what it was. And I'm educated, right? I done
Right.
did great things, but I was stuck. And I don't care how many degrees you have, I don't care what you've accomplished. Sometimes you're going to come in your life on your journey where you need some guidance. And I want to be able to be a part of the individual's journey that are ready to do the work.
Again, I love all of that too. Like you are so calm. Oh my gosh. Just like is this and I'm just gonna ask, is this you or is this through training or a combination of both?
Interesting. I get that quite often. This is me. I get it quite often. My direct reports, as I mentioned, I'm still in corporate America, and they didn't know for the longest that I had this other life as a certified coach. And when I shared that with them, and they was like, "Oh my goodness, I see it now. I see it because your voice is so calming and you're so relatable. You create a safe space. I want to tell you my whole life." But
Right.
this is just me. This is how I create these safe spaces. It's always been me. You can even ask my mom. My mom's friends used to call the house, and I would be on the phone with her friends for 30, 45 minutes. And she'd be like, "Girl, give me the phone."
Oh
Because she
my
says,
goodness.
I have an old soul and I can just connect.
Well, I'm telling you, I mean, you look very young. We don't have to get into what the actual ages are here. However,
I
that
appreciate
spirit
that.
and just, oh, and you'll watch the show. I don't compliment easily. Only when I mean it, for sure, for sure. And I'm just saying, like, I just want to talk to you all night. Just want to
I
talk to you all night.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
And
Thank you so much.
absolutely, which is key in what you do. So you are definitely making it do what it do. And I hope you guys that are listening, WUBI Ubiquity Radio, TV listeners, and Apple, iHeart, Facebook, all of you guys, whether you listen live or the replay, can you not feel the warmth coming off this woman? Okay, she doesn't calm Moni down over here a little bit, which we know that does not happen often. So I love that. And hearing Rita talk about the fact of how she deals with her clients. See,
Mhm.
now when you're choosing people to help guide you in your life on various things, even if it's a financial manager with paperwork and numbers, you want to see where they're coming from and how
Mhm.
you two can relate. That's why there are a million coaches and therapists and advisors out there, because
Mhm.
everybody has a different flavor for them to connect to a
Absolutely.
different uh, demographic, and that's
Mhm.
fine. Some people need the heavy and rough. Some people need that.
Yeah.
But baby, when you want to get coddled and just hugged down with a voice, you go ahead and make sure you call Rita. That's what I'm gonna
So
tell you right now.
now what I won't do, I don't coddle. I
Okay.
I don't coddle. So my energy, my environment is safe,
Hmm.
but I tell it like it is. I've told a client, "You're not ready. You're not ready. And I can't help you until you're ready. You have to be willing to do the work." So it's about how you say it, but I don't coddle. I will tell a person in a minute, "This is where you are. This is where you need to be. So when you're ready, give me a call."
I laugh a little. Okay. Guys, you heard that. So I misspoke. And she wanted to make sure, again, integrity as far as in the passion what she's doing. She wants to make sure you get into the right person. She ain't
Mhm.
coddling you, okay?
Mhm.
She ain't exactly punch your head off. However, she'll
Mhm.
straighten you out. Make
Mhm.
sure that you understand that you're on the same page, because again, it's another relationship
Mhm.
that's being built right there between
Absolutely.
you and that person, another relationship. So I absolutely love that. You guys, look, don't forget about our other platinum sponsor, Get Bodied by Stephanie Hollis. Come on now, you know my girl Stephanie. She is one of the best body sculpting trainers in the industry. Many have tabbed her as the goat of wood therapy. Okay, she's always looking for new students and established therapists to train from all over the United States, and I can actually say internationally, because I've been there and she's had some people from Jamaica and whatnot also come in for her trainings. And she also travels to various states to do it in person. She's always looking for models and paying clients. Now, let me explain right quick the difference in a model and a paying client. Paying clients dictate the body area that they want worked on. Okay, you are in full control of that. Models, you are not. Outside of being able to say no, that's not what you want at all. You're going to be called in to be a model for whatever they're working on in training virtually and whatnot. So excellent. I've shown you pictures. I won't go through all those pictures tonight. You guys have seen them. You know she is the bomb.com. She performs almost miracles. You saw my girl Toy. You saw Toy up there. She dropped down. She had her beads on. And by the end of that one visit, the beads had fallen down. Absolutely amazing results. Okay, so don't forget to get with my girl Stephanie Hollis at Get Bodied by Stephanie. Stephanie, let me run that across the screen for you right quick. Put that up there, and then her website. You can go to GBBSH. S-H, yes, .com. That's www.g, B as in boy, sh.com to check her out. And make sure all of these sponsors, guys, that you tell them that you heard about their business on going down on the mic. You could even mention Rita, be like, she was on there with this soft, non-coddling relationship and life coach that was getting it all straight. Yes. So guys, you should really be set. You should be set. I don't know about you, Rita, but I've had a good time. And I want the people to know, how did it feel being in Empower magazine, being asked to even be in there?
So, it was humbling. Like I said, I have been doing what I've been doing for years, but this was the first year where I really put forth an effort to expand my business. And the nomination was surprising. It was humbling. I'm so grateful. What God is doing in my life, I am grateful. So that this podcast, other opportunities, is just moving, just working. So I am humbled to be included in that magazine, to be mentioned as a woman who's empowering other women. Right. We all go through some of the same similar things. So we need to be able to empower each other and not compete, compare, or anything else of that nature. Right. We empower. And I'm glad that I'm a part of that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Before I let you go, let me ask you, do you feel empowered?
Absolutely. I feel empowered.
Love that.
I'm ready to do more. 2024 is right around the
Uh-huh.
corner and I am ready.
Do you, outside of your book, your next book coming out, do you have any other big things on the horizons with your business?
I do. I'm doing some venturing out when I talked about relationships. That includes corporate America. I am also a certified disc consultant. So a disc consultant, they do the personality test if you go to some universities
Ah,
or
yes.
colleges or corporations. And if you hear I'm a dominant or a DS DICS.
Hmm.
And so I am one of those consultants that can go into these organizations and provide those personality tests. And here's a little tip. When I get clients from a relationship perspective, I
Hmm.
include that test. You can use it from a relationship perspective because it helps for them to understand their personalities and how they work with one another. So that's
I've
just a
had
little
that
tip
test.
there.
Yes.
Yes.
I've had
So
that test. And
um,
yeah.
I do have a speaking event in Florida. I have another anthology that is coming out in February that I was invited to join. And so there will be 3 books in the last 6 months. God is
Oh
amazing.
my goodness.
I know. So I do have a speaking event in Atlanta in April, and then one here in Michigan. So I am moving right along, right along. I have something going on in Orlando in the beginning of March as well. So
And I wanted to right quick remind them just from the website, if they go and look back, I put on there, I went down the link for you. You're also, like you said, a speaker.
mhm.
And if they're wanting to secure spots, you have links on there for that. And you'll I guess be putting your other speaking engagements that are coming up on your website also, or
Yes.
where can they? Okay.
I will be putting that information updated on my website. And then if you are interested or you know someone that is interested in having a speaker that can speak to relationships, that can provide that personality assessment to better understand one another, rather if it's a corporate sector, rather if it's relationship based, rather if it's family or friends, I cover all of the bases when I speak to relationships. So if you are interested in someone to join your platform to be able to speak, reach out to me and we can discuss further.
Excellent, excellent. And you guys, that website is at the bottom of the screen, www.breakthroughready.com. See, I'm a quick study on it. I'm a quick study. That's the website where you can find all things Miss Rita Carter and click on them there. That website will be definitely where you want to go. Go and follow every place else. Definitely want you to do that. So before I let you go, before I let any of the guests go, I always play this one little video snippet from our platform sponsor, Stephanie Hollis, because I just love it. Like,
Mhm.
this is who she is and what she embodies. She does all this sculpting, but she's also a life coach, a fitness coach. And even when I go, if there's a bruise or a scratch, she's, are you okay? Are you safe? And I'm
Mhm.
like, Stephanie, Yes, hush. Just I don't care what it is. She's going to check to make sure that mind, body, and soul are all kind of intact there together,
Mhm.
because that's just who she is. But I love this bit of motivation that she puts out, and I think every guest that I've had on the show can definitely relate. I want to go ahead and get that up and play it like I usually do.
You do what you love. It's not work. You have to love what you do and do it for the right reasons versus doing it for the money. When you do it for the money, then the business doesn't last. When you do it because you love it, you pour your all into it. By default, you win, and then you'll never have to worry about
it. And do you agree?
I absolutely agree. Me
Yeah.
empowering women is truly what I love. My corporate America journey that helps provide for my family, but what I
Right.
truly love, this helps provide for my family too, but I love what I do. I love uplifting and empowering other women, so I definitely agree to that.
Absolutely love it. Is there anything else that you'd like to leave the people with before you leave us tonight?
I just want to thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for empowering me to keep forward and to keep pushing on this journey of empowering others. I encourage all of the people that are watching is to follow me. I do have some great tips on my social media. I am trying to get better with my lives and my pictures, but I do have pictures of my family and my children out there. I am relatable. I can tell you I've been through a lot. I've been there. I'm also educated, so I can help you from both perspectives, not only the education space, but also the personal experience space. I'm not one of those people to tell you from the book and I don't know for myself, right? So
Mm.
definitely reach out to me, get that discovery call on your calendar, connect with me, and I'm more than happy to help you on your journey.
I love it. And I'm going to hit that right there and send that website out in the comments for all the platforms that we're on live right now. So you guys will be able to actually see that down in the comments. So if you're listening, once again, come on over to the page and check out those comments and look back through so you can get all these great platinum nuggets. Okay. And I have appreciated you being here. Like, I am so super appreciative, and I'm like so full, and the check is in the mail.
It was a
This,
joy. It was a joy. It
it
was like
really was.
getting
Look,
together and just chit-chatting.
that's what I love about it. That's what I love
Mhm.
about it. Everybody's favorite first cousin after you leave. Like, we can just talk about it and feel. You know that feeling, that
Yes.
favorite first cousin. That's
Yes.
what that's what we are now. So did you go? Let me ask you this again right quick. Did you go to the summit in March of 2023?
I did not go to that summit. No, I think I had a conflict, if I'm not mistaken. I did just get an email about 2024 I need to look into to make sure that my calendar
Yes.
can
Yes.
accommodate
I
that.
am I am so excited. So yes, it is in March again. It is in Los Angeles this time.
Mhm.
Even bigger and better. So I'm truly excited. So I hope to see you there. If not, please remain in the network. You'll see if you're posting something, I'll share it or whatever it may be, or check in, or if you need to come back on again, you got some real flyer going on, or if you want to guest co-host with me, let a sister know. Okay.
Oh, that'll be great.
I
Love it.
appreciate everything you brought to the table today. And I'm going to go ahead and release you to have a great evening, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you too. It was a pleasure. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Guys, look, as I say, another good one, another great one, actually, another great one. That was awesome good information. And it was free, you guys. So, does your girl always hook you up? Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Always was something great to talk about, to listen to find out about. Go back in there and hit the replay. The replay will be on Roku. Will be on Roku Monday night at 7 p.m. So don't forget that. Go over to your Roku device right now, and do the search button and type in WUBI. WUBI. Type that in there and it will come up for you. And it will be great. Oh, let me take that out. Great to see that on there. So I am going to see if I can pull it for you right quick before we leave what it looks like on, let's see, what the site looks like. Like I said, there's nothing up on it right now outside just of a little ad. However, I can't get it up for you, but it's okay. Look, go on my page and check it out. Oh, here it is. I got it for you. Look at Moni. Look at Moni here. So again, if you are watching us, you'll get to see it. If you're hearing, make sure to come on over and check out the replay. It is so worth it with all the tidbits that are in here. Here we go. I want you to see what this looks like. Let me play that for you. So now you're looking to advertise. What a great place to have your logo, have your commercial playing, your film, your talk show. If you're a DJ,
You do what you love. It's not work.
if you're
You
a
have
DJ,
love what you
to
do
have
and
that
do
on
it.
there also. Look, go in our inbox, going down on the mic, gdotm2019@gmail.com, and make sure and hit me up if you're interested in any of those. Otherwise, guys, look, it's been another great night, like I said before, and we will see you next week, same time, same place, maybe with someone different next to me. We're always looking for guest hosts, so if you're interested in that, also hit me on my sidekick. Okay, guys, this was a great night with another empowered honoree, Rita Carter, and we'll see you at next week's guest, which is Kathy Salisbury. That's who'll be with us next week, but you'll see it run at the end of the show. Guys, it's been great. Love you guys. Take care. Until next week. Bye-bye.
Can we stop the arguing? Can we take a moment where we can calm down? It's just so exhausting. Swinging in the wind, going round and round. I know that we won't say sorry. You beg and I plead, but my heart can't beat until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. I see me addressing you. Let me put the smile right onto your face, tracing every inch of you. Using my tongue to find your happy place. I know that we can't play naughty. You beg and I plead, and you pull my heartstrings until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations. I know that we won't say sorry until I feel the vibrations. I wanna give you vibrations, baby. Until I feel the vibrations.